We are about a month into our new home as expats here in Italy, and our first friends are coming to explore the city with us. In this vlog, we're gonna do some touristy things and some not so touristy things as we continue to settle here in Bologna. Let's get tipsy, y'all. If you're new around here, I'm Sam, and my husband Chris and I are two Americans who just relocated to Bologna, Italy. Chris is a dual citizen with both the US and Italy, which is how we are able to stay longer than your typical 90-day tourist visa. Today is such an exciting day because our friends Kim and Kevin are coming to see us. We actually met them back in 2018 at a travel conference and then went on a couple trips with them since then. They actually moved to England so Kevin could go get his master's in film. I'll link his YouTube in the description below. They're going to be here for the weekend. We have so many fun things planned, some tours, and I just can't wait to show them Bologna. So we are currently riding Luca Express, which is a really fun little train ride. It takes you from the city center all the way up to the St. Luca Church. The whole train ride's maybe about 20 minutes. You get the headphones so that you're able to listen to some history along the way. It's offered in multiple languages, and it's definitely a really fun way to get to one of the taller peaks of the city.
We just got off the train and we are walking up to the church now. It is absolutely beautiful and the history along the way is so great. One of the reasons we want to come up here is because the view is just absolutely gorgeous of Bologna. The construction started in the late 12th century for this church and took almost 600 years to complete, actually being opened in the 1700s. If you wanted to walk up here, you have to walk a grueling 5 kilometers uphill through a portico system that has over 666 arches. Once on site, you can go in the church to explore all the beautiful artwork, as well as the marble altar at the back. It's absolutely stunning. And during certain times of the day, you can actually do a dome tour. You can go up to the dome to get even a better view. So just make sure you plan accordingly if that's something that you would like to do.
Terrazza Mazziwani Lounge at Hotel Touring Bologna offers panoramic views of the city. The 5th floor terrace is covered for added protection from the elements, and the Aperitivo came with this incredible tower of snacks. We made reservations, and the drinks plus the snack tower were 20 euros per person. You're definitely paying for the view as this is on the pricier side, but we really enjoyed the view and soaked in the sun on this beautiful day. Good morning. Everyone is getting ready for the day. We actually decided to book a food tour here in Bologna, even though we are now locals. Food tours are really great ways to discover different types of food in the city that you're traveling to. We always do food tours when we travel. I'll go ahead and link the one that we do in the description below. From what we've read online, this food tour is going to take us into the market. So Bologna has a very historic market in the city center. We're going to get different types of local cuisine specific to Bologna. We're going to basically walk through the market to gather all the foods that we're going to be eating at an osteria. And this osteria is one of the oldest osterias in the city, opening in the late 1400s.
We are in the middle of a food tour. We just had the most amazing, for lack of better words, charcuteries. We had all sorts of meats and cheeses. It was absolutely phenomenal with Lambrusca for a wine, which is a red bubbly wine. And now we're going to go find some pasta.
The next day, we went with the same tour group to do a cooking class to make tagliatelle ragu, a classic dish here in Bologna. Making pasta from scratch isn't as easy as it looks. You mix the egg to the flour and knead the dough until it forms this ball that has to rest, and so did we because a lot of hard work. To reward ourselves, we mixed up a cassoni spritz, similar to an Aperol spritz, and then relaxed until the dough was ready. After rolling out the dough to make it super thin, we folded it and cut it into long, flat ribbons. Tagliatelle ragu is served with a meat sauce, also known as bolognese sauce. We added a bit of fresh Parmesan and enjoyed. We rounded out our night with more vino and said goodbye to our friends.
It's Chris's birthday, and so we're gonna go do something a little different tonight. We're gonna go find some Mexican food. So it's really not normal to go to dinner before like 7:30 here, and even though we're hungry, we walked by the restaurant and there was nobody in there, and it's 6:40 right now, so we went back to the main street to get a drink. So we're not the first and only ones in the restaurant. I think it was a B for a rating. Like out of the A to F scale, I would say it's a B. It exceeded my expectations.
I'm going to respectfully disagree, and by the minute I'm getting more and more impressed by what we've had. Very, very good. I thought the quality was quite honestly better than many of the Mexican restaurants we've been to.
Agreed.
In the States.
The quality of chicken was definitely an A++++. It was just lacking queso, which is my favorite, obviously, and just the seasoning on the chicken. I thought it was great, but it was missing the cumin, paprika we're used to. Definitely going back though.
Yeah, for sure.
So today is the first day of language school for me, which is really, really exciting and also slightly terrifying because I have not gone to school in a very long time. Here is the deal with how my days are going to be structured. So I'm only working part-time for a US-based company from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. my time, which in the East Coast is from 7 to 11 Eastern time. I found a class that does a 4-hour class in the morning from 9 to right around 12:45. So I'm gonna go ahead and start those today. Now, I need to go get ready for school. I have no idea what to expect, so I'm probably not gonna be filming a lot out of respect for other students. I feel like learning a language is hard enough without somebody trying to film it in the class. Hopefully, it's gonna go well.
4 hours later.
Okay, so I just got home from school and it was incredible. It was just really great. However, it was so intimidating. Class size is pretty small. It was only 7 people. I was the only one that didn't speak at least 2 languages. There was actually a guy in my class, this is his 5th language. They seem to be picking it up a lot faster, which is super intimidating. All that to say, I am still very much looking forward to at least getting a foundation of Italian. Now, I went ahead and signed up for 8 weeks of classes. Whether I continue going or not, that's to be determined, right? Chris actually does have a full-time job. He works from 8 to 5 here in Italy. While I have chosen to go do in-person learning, Chris has chosen an online platform of sorts so that he can learn, and together we're gonna have to learn Italian. I survived my very first week at school. It was very challenging. I need to study a lot. I think it's a little bit easier for those that know romantic languages, that know romance languages, French and whatnot, as they're very similar, but it's very different from English. We'll see how week 2 goes. I swear, I feel like there's always just something that's happening, so we have no water now. Don't know why. Just have no water, which is unfortunate as it is warm out today. I just got back from school and it's very hot. In other news though, I did buy 6 bottles of water, and they're not just small. Let me show you how big these bottles of water are. These are very big bottles of water. For comparison, this is a normal bottle of water, and all 6 of these waters were 56 cents. I feel like that would cost a lot more in the States. I'm not complaining. We were going to head to one of our neighborhood bars we've been to a few times. It's a great little wine spot. They're closed the whole month. So we ended up walking a block away, found another cute little cafe, and now we're just sitting outside staring at a beautiful church. If you don't like Aperol spritzes or bitter profile drinks, I highly suggest a Hugo Spritz. It's basically just Prosecco, elderflower, some mint, lime juice, and it is so basic and so crisp and so delicious. I absolutely love them. Solid alternative if you're looking for something that's not an Aperol Spritz. We are headed to a market today. We stumbled on it last weekend. We are going to the beach, so we need to go get some suitcases and saw they had it. So think of a big flea market, not a farmer's market, and we'll see what treasures we can find. It's kind of hard to explain how large it is, but it basically covers all of one of the piazzas. And now we're up into the park and there's still more vendors here. We found lots of goodies. We have suitcases now. We went into the park. We got some coffee. Well, I got coffee, Chris got a beer. And we are gonna go home now. It is super hot out today. We are very, very sweaty and need to go home before we do anything else. Today I have my appointment for my Permesso, and we are waiting outside for the relocation service to come help us out. While we are learning Italian, we still can't speak it fluently, and enough to get through this conversation is probably gonna be pretty challenging.
Permesso di soggiorno. Permesso.
For those that do not know this, because we are married, Italy will allow me to stay with permission, and so I need a permesso. They can be either 1 year or every 5 years, just depending on which one they give me. The woman that's coming to meet us is a lawyer for the company that we hired. Hopefully she can negotiate the 5 year. I'd really prefer not to do this every year that we're here. That was just as much fun as you would think it would be. Not really that different than going to like the Social Security office in the States. Basically, we have every document known to man with us. They thought that our marriage certificate that we had translated, it was 6 years ago, was too old, so we need to go to a different government office to have it retranslated here for the city of Bologna. Other than that, it was good. They said it could take up to 3 months to actually get my permesso. The one I got was only valid for 1 year, but when I go to renew next summer, that one will be valid for 5. Hopefully, by the time next summer rolls around, we'll be fluent enough that we can do this on our own and not with assistance. We just took the taxi up to where we were supposed to go get the marriage certificate, and they're closed on holiday for the next 15 days, which is putting us kind of in a bind because we have exactly 10 days to get them the marriage certificate that we have. We're going to be walking back home. Gelato. We're gonna get gelato because this was an adventure-filled day and we deserve gelato now. Meanwhile, it's still raining, as you can see. We're soaked from the waist down, but I'm sure gelato will fix it. We went home and worked for a few hours, and now we are out to get that gelato. While gelato can't fix everything, it does help with making any day a little sweeter. Stay tuned to see what we get into next. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next video.